Hi, this episode sees us camped off-grid for 3 nights at Lake Dunn in Queensland. As you'll see, the weather was perfect and we had a great time here, and be prepared to see a few birds. The entry into the Lake campground, is when you see this giant crayfish. It's one of the sculptures along the Lake Dunn Sculpture Trail, and it's quite impressive.
This is the one we could see most of.
Yeah, because
we're right here.
Yeah, we're going to have a look at a couple more on the way out. Here is a sign at Lake Dunn, which gives you a lot more information about the sculpture trail. You see the Jabberoos on there. Looked like that was our favourite one just driving past the other day. So we're going to get out and have a look on our way back into Aramac. Really interesting drive too. Early June 2024, and these are the prices for the campsites here. Unpowered, which is what we are, only $10 a vehicle per night, which is pretty good considering we could fill up with water here as well. As you drive into Lake Dunn, there's the amenity blocks there on the right, some old rustic type cabins on the left, and right in front of me you can see the lake. It's quite a large body of water. And then over here see a windmill, you can fill up your tanks with water, and then down this way is the camping ground. Here's the amenities block. There's men's and women's showers and toilets up there, very clean. Windmill, and here's another view of the lake. There's even a dump site here with a view. Isn't that magnificent? All along here where you can see the caravans reversed in, they're the powered sites. And then obviously a little further down past pole number 5 is where you can set up unpowered, and you can choose wherever you like to stay. This is our beautiful spot at Lake Dunn. Birds galore. And it's a beautiful day. What are you looking at, Richard? Wow. Richard, camouflaged in his green t-shirt, is trying to sneak up on a black-necked stork. I wonder if he'll get a good photo of it. In the meantime, there's so many birds here. Can't wait to see what happens at dusk and dawn. Sunset here at Lake Dunn. The water looks so beautiful. Amazing how much water there is here. This is the boat ramp that's here. Apparently they do a lot of skiing and all sorts of water activities on this lake. This is another little offshoot of Lake Dunn, another little tributary of water. Beautiful water lilies and lots of birds. These old holiday homes here. They look like they've seen better days, but gee, they're in a good position. The sunset here last night was amazing, and we woke up early enough to see the sunrise, but it was cold, so we didn't get out of bed. This is one of the spots where Lake Dunn northern side meets up with this little offshoot, little tributary on the southern side. It's a very small gap. I think there's one further down. Listen to those birds. You can hear it echo. Well, I've just popped my popcorn kernels, and I'm going to make some cheesy barbecue popcorn, which involves putting in a teaspoon of paprika, some oregano. It's supposed to have thyme in it, but I don't think I've got thyme, so. And then some grated Parmesan cheese. I'll put in while it's still warm, so that should melt it up a bit. And just mix it through, and that's the recipe. Well, I suggest that you take a little bit more notice of the beautiful lake in the background and the birds rather than this recipe, because having tasted it, I did sort of cut corners with the recipe a little bit. The Parmesan cheese was supposed to be melted in an oven. I thought that the popcorn would be hot enough to melt it, but it's not. But it tastes nice, but it's just not as cheesy, melty as what it should be. But it'll still be nice to eat for afternoon tea. What are you doing now? The sun is setting here, and there's just so much bird life just from our campsite. It's just amazing. Camera doesn't really pick it up, but it's been a lovely stay here. We've really loved watching all the birds. I got it, but they didn't fly up very high. Oh, there they are. our drive into Lake Dunn, we noticed this sculpture called Jabberoos, and we both agreed that this was our favourite sculpture. So on the way back from Lake Dunn, we stopped off to have a look. This was our second favourite sculpture. It's just outside of Aramac, and it's actually Harry Redford, also known as Captain Starlight, who is a famous bushranger around these parts.